This was not on my bingo card tonight. We have Ritual Summoning is Child's Play with new Archfiend support from Burst Protocol. And honestly, I did not even have Archfiends on my radar, even though we got Archfiend Matador in the Slifer Red pack. So let's take a look at these cards and let's talk about them. There's a total of 8 brand new cards, and let's meet the family, I guess. We first off have the Royal Archfiend. It is a level 7 Fire Fiend effect monster with 2400 attack and 1000 defense. And you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You contribute this card from your hand or field, add one Archfiend card from your deck to the hand, except Royal Archfiend. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except Archfiend monsters. Also, you can normal summon one Fiend monster in addition to your normal summoner set, and you can only gain this effect once per turn. When your Ritual Monsters is destroyed by battle while this card's in your graveyard, you could special summon this card. So overall, it is a basic starter for the deck, just being able to tribute it from the hand or field to add any Archfiend card from your deck to your hand, but it locks you into extra deck Archfiend monsters. But that's completely fine because with Archfiends, you're most likely going to be running Archfiends. Next up, we have Duke Archfiend, a level 4 Water Fiend monster with 0 attack and 2000 defense, and you can only use the second and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. Now, the first effect is a continuous effect. Gains attack equal to its level times 200, so it's going to be 800 attack. You could target one face-up monster you control, send one Archfiend monster from your deck to the graveyard, except Duke Archfiend, and if you do, increase its level by the sent monster. So realistically, you could just raise the level up by 7. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this works. And when your Ritual Monsters is destroyed by battle while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. All the main deck monsters save or share that similar effect. So, which Highness Archfiend, I will be skipping with that. And with Highness Archfiend, she is a light level 3 Fiend monster with 1000 attack and 800 defense, Fiendsmith track target, and probably the sister to Archfiend Eccentric, or Eccentric Archfiend, I mean. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is normal summoned, you can banish an Archfiend card from your graveyard, add 2 Archfiend cards from your deck to your hand, except Highness Archfiend. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except Archfiend monsters. When your Ritual Monster is destroyed by battle while this card's in graveyard, you can special summon this card, and realistically, what you're going to be doing is going to be using Royal Archfiend to tribute itself to add a copy of Highness Archfiend, normal Highness, banish Royal, get your 2 searches. So overall, there's already basic combos that you can do with these cards, and it also fleshes well with the older cards. Now let's get into the big new boss monster being Doom Emperor Archfiend. He is a level 7 Fire Fiend Ritual Pendulum Effect monster with 2500 attack and 1200 defense, and a pendulum scale of 0 to match Eccentric Archfiend scale of 7. So you can pretty much pendulum summon almost anything. I think she's an 8, but I know she's a 7. Very interesting. The pendulum effect you can only use once per turn, and you can target one other face-up spell, check out of the field, and destroy it and this card. Sorry about that for the pause there. You can ritual summon this card with Throne of Archfiends, and must be ritual summoned. You can only use the first and third effect of monster effects of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is ritual summoned from the extra deck, you could banish all monsters on the field except those in the extra monster zone, unaffected by other monster effects while in the extra monster zone. And if this card is in the extra monster zone, you could special summon one Fiend monster from your hand, deck, graveyard, or banishment. So realistically, you're summoning out literally any Fiend monster from your deck, extra deck, or well, the hand, deck, graveyard, or banishment, not the extra deck. It would have been way more broken if it's could summon from the extra deck. But realistically, Doom Emperor Archfiend is a very powerful card, and I cannot wait to see how it affects, because you can summon any Fiend monster, and that's really powerful, especially with a typing like that, and they have so many untapped potential cards that something's gonna come up. Like you could summon out the Dark Barrier statue because it's a fiend. I might have to toy around with this stuff. And let's get into his actual ritual spell. And with Throne of Archfiends, you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. Ritual summon one Archfiend ritual monster from your hand, face up, extra deck, graveyard, or banishment by attributing monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed that monster's level. During the standby phase, if Doom Emperor Archfiend is face up in your extra deck, you can add this card from your graveyard or banishment to the hand. Being able to summon any Archfiend ritual monster is really good because it helps out past Archfiend ritual monsters, and it will also help future ones. So honestly, that's really good, and I do see another Archfiend ritual monster in the next set after Burst Protocol. Also, Archfiend Matador is a target, so there's that. Afterwards, we're going to be looking at the new field spell, the Archfiend strategy game, and it is very interesting because you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. Fiend monsters in the extra monster zone gain 1,000 attack, so this is going to be up at a total of 3,500. And you can activate one of these effects. Banish one Fiend monster or Archfiend card from your hand or graveyard. Add one Archfiend card from your deck to your hand except the field spell. Sad for a lot of the old Archfiend field spells because they're no longer searchable. Or you can add one Archfiend Pendulum monster from your deck to your extra deck face up, which can help get to your Doom Emperor Archfiend faster. Or if you need Eccentric Archfiend, you could put her into the extra deck super quickly. Next up, we have Archfiend's Jest, and you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. You can special summon one level 7 or lower Archfiend monster from your hand or deck, or if you have a face-up Archfiend ritual monster in your extra deck, you can special summon one Royal Archfiend, one Duke Archfiend, and or one Highness Archfiend from your hand and or deck instead. So you either get to summon one Archfiend or you get to swarm with multiples. Overall, it's going to be very interesting to see how this card really comes up, and I think it's going to be a one-of, depending on how things go. And now, finally, let's get into the final card, being Archfiend's Vigor. And it is a continuous trap, and it is going to be very interesting. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If you control an Archfiend ritual monster, in the extra monster zone, you target one face-up card your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of this turn. If this card is banished from the hand or field, you can add one Archfiend card from your deck to your hand, except another copy of itself. With this deck having multiple cards, I think with 2,500 attack for Archfiend as a whole, you can technically run Regenesis with it because Regenesis Archfiend is an Archfiend card, and it's highly searchable. And especially with these new cards, you could definitely search it out quite fast. But overall, I'm going to need to sit and think about all these Archfiend cards because right now it's just a whole entire mess of just a whole pile. And you just need to go through all of it and see what are the best ones. Of course, Archfiend Harris is one of the best cards in the whole entire game. You have Fiendsmith Tract, so you can run a small Fiendsmith engine in this if you really wanted to, so you can go into the extra deck versions of your Archfiend Link monsters. But overall, I'm not too sold on these cards yet. Rockets were cool. This is interesting. It wasn't on my bingo card, but overall, I cannot wait to see what players do with these cards and the replays that they post. But anyways, I've been BoltSpider. I hope you guys did enjoy this coverage on the brand new Archfiend cards, and I'll see you all in the next video.